Have you ever felt an itch that just wouldn't go away? Not the kind you brush off with a little lotion or blame on dry air, but a stubborn, nagging sensation that keeps coming back, always in the same place. What if that itch wasn't just skin deep? What if your body is whispering something far more serious? Something that could cost you more than just a good night's sleep. Here's a truth most people don't know: certain itchy spots on your body after age 60 may be early warnings of serious health issues. These aren't old wives' tales. They're patterns uncovered by doctors and supported by real clinical observations. And the cost of ignoring them. It could mean declining organ function, shortened lifespan, or even thousands of dollars in untreated medical bills. In this video, you'll discover 4 specific areas where chronic itchiness could signal hidden problems with your circulation, liver, kidneys, nerves, or nutrition. We'll show you how to spot the danger signs early, what they mean, and how to take action before it's too late. Stick with us, because understanding what your body is trying to tell you, through something as subtle as an itch, could be the key to living longer, stronger, and with peace of mind. Let's start with something most people overlook: an itchy feeling on your lower legs. Seems harmless, right? You might think it's just dry skin or aging. You might even reach for a bottle of lotion and move on with your day. But what if that itch wasn't on the surface at all? What if it was your body's quiet cry for help, pointing to a deeper, potentially life-altering condition? If you're over 60, this isn't something to ignore. Persistent itchiness on your lower legs may be one of the earliest signs of poor circulation and even heart disease. As we age, our blood vessels naturally become less flexible, and our circulation starts to slow down. This is especially true in the lower limbs, our calves, shins, and ankles, where gravity makes it harder for blood to return to the heart. When blood isn't flowing properly through these small vessels, it doesn't just make your feet feel cold, it dries out the skin, weakens the tissues, and leads to a chronic, nagging itch. In many cases, this is tied to peripheral artery disease (PAD), a condition that affects over 8.5 million Americans, most of them over 60. PAD limits the blood supply to your legs and feet, and in doing so, raises your risk for heart attack, stroke, and even cognitive decline. To better understand this, let's compare 2 men, Harold and Dennis, both in their early 80s. Harold takes a 20-minute walk every morning, checks his legs and feet regularly, and makes sure to stretch and stay active. His legs feel strong, and he sleeps well at night. Dennis, on the other hand, has slowed down. He spends most of his day sitting, feels more tired lately, and has started noticing a constant itch creeping up his shins, especially in the evenings. He assumes it's dry skin, applies lotion, but the itch never really goes away. What Dennis doesn't realize is that his legs may not be getting the oxygen-rich blood they need. Over time, poor circulation doesn't just make the skin itch, it weakens muscles, stresses the heart, and can silently increase the risk of serious cardiovascular events. The good news: you can do something about it. Movement is your best medicine. Even short walks, 10 minutes or on the block, can improve circulation and reduce symptoms. Try elevating your legs when sitting to help blood return to the heart more easily. Drink plenty of water to keep your blood from becoming too thick. Compression socks, which cost as little as $15 a pair, can help push blood back up your legs. And reducing salty foods, found in fast food, canned soups, and packaged snacks, can ease pressure on your veins. Most importantly, don't ignore a persistent itch if there's no rash or allergy. Talk to your doctor. A simple test called the ankle brachial index (AB) can measure your circulation and detect PAD early, before it turns into something life-threatening. Because when your legs are struggling, your heart works harder. And when your heart struggles, your whole body pays the price. Sometimes, a little itch isn't little at all. Let's talk about another itch, one that shows up right in the middle or upper part of your back. It's the kind that sneaks up on you while you're watching TV, trying to sleep, or reaching behind your shoulder blades for relief. Maybe you've blamed it on your laundry detergent, your favorite sweater, or just plain old dry skin. But here's the truth. Persistent itching on your back, especially when there's no rash, could be your liver or kidneys sending a distress signal. These two organs are your body's filters. Your liver breaks down toxins, medications, and fats, while your kidneys help remove waste through urine and regulate fluid balance. As we age, these systems naturally slow down, especially if you're on multiple medications, don't drink enough water, or have conditions like high blood pressure or diabetes. When the liver or kidneys begin to struggle, toxins build up in the bloodstream. One early and often ignored symptom: itchy skin, particularly on the back, where there's a dense network of nerve endings. According to a report from the American Journal of Kidney Diseases, many older adults with chronic kidney disease (CKD) reported persistent, unexplained itching that began months before they were formally diagnosed. One such case made headlines in a local paper in Ohio. A 74-year-old woman named Janice Miller began experiencing intense back itching. She tried switching soaps, changing detergents, and using expensive moisturizers. Nothing worked. It wasn't until a routine checkup revealed rising creatinine levels and decreased kidney function that doctors realized her body had been trying to communicate the issue for weeks. She was eventually diagnosed with stage 3 CKD. Not yet life-threatening, but serious enough to require immediate lifestyle changes. So what can you do? First, don't ignore itchiness that persists without a visible cause. A simple blood test, usually covered by Medicare or private insurance, can check liver and kidney function by looking at markers like ALT, AST, creatinine, and BUN levels. Next, hydrate. Aim for 8 cups of water daily unless advised otherwise by your doctor. Cut back on salty, processed foods, and reduce alcohol intake. Some over-the-counter medications can also strain your organs, so check with your doctor or pharmacist if you're taking multiple prescriptions. Remember, your skin is often the first place your internal health shows up. If your back is itching and won't let up, it's not just your skin talking, it might be your organs crying for help. Now let's shift our attention to a spot most people would never associate with something serious: your scalp or the back of your neck. Have you been scratching more often lately? Maybe during the evening news or when you lie in bed at night. If you've ruled out dandruff or skin irritation, this kind of persistent itch might actually be tied to something deeper: stress, inflammation, or changes in your nervous system. As we age, our bodies process stress differently. What once rolled off our backs now lingers in our system. Our ability to bounce back weakens, and instead of calming down after a stressful moment, our body stays in a low-level state of alert. That constant pressure builds up quietly, and one of the first places it shows is right under the skin. The scalp and neck are loaded with sensitive nerve endings. When those nerves are overstimulated or fatigued, they send signals in the form of yes and itch. In some cases, it may even be linked to early signs of neuropathy or cognitive changes. Back in 2021, the Boston Herald reported on a retired school counselor named Raymond Ellis, age 77, who sought medical help for what he called a phantom itch on the back of his head and neck. He had no rash, no allergy, and tried every shampoo on the shelf. Doctors eventually connected the dots. Raymond was under chronic emotional stress, recently widowed, isolated due to the pandemic, and feeling mentally foggy. He was later diagnosed with early-onset nerve dysfunction brought on by prolonged cortisol elevation and lack of emotional support. So what can we learn from Raymond? Your body and your mind are connected, and the skin can be the messenger. If you're dealing with an itch in these areas, take a step back and ask yourself how you've been feeling, not just physically, but emotionally. Are you sleeping well? Are you feeling anxious? Are you getting outside enough? Simple practices can make a difference. Start your day with a short walk, limit exposure to negative news, reach out to a friend, or try journaling before bed. Even 5 minutes of deep breathing can begin to lower stress hormones and calm the nervous system. And of course, if symptoms persist, consult a doctor to rule out underlying nerve conditions. Before we move on to the final itchy spot that could be warning you of hidden trouble, make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon. You won't want to miss what's coming next, especially if you've ever experienced unexplained itchiness across your chest or stomach. Now let's talk about a place you probably wouldn't expect to itch, but when it does, you notice it. That's right, your chest and belly. An itch in this central part of your body may seem like a minor nuisance, but for older adults, persistent itching across the torso can be one of the earliest signs of nutritional deficiencies, and even problems with how your body absorbs nutrients. If you've been skipping meals, eating less, or relying on packaged snacks to get by, your body may already be sounding the alarm. As we age, our digestive system becomes less efficient at breaking down and absorbing key nutrients. This is especially true for vitamins like B12, omega-3 fatty acids, and minerals like zinc and magnesium. These nutrients are essential for healthy nerves, immune function, and skin repair. When levels dip to low, the skin, particularly on the chest and abdomen, may start to feel dry, sensitive, and itchy. This isn't just cosmetic. It's your body's way of saying, hey, I'm running low on fuel. In 2022, the Florida Health Times reported on a woman named Elaine Thompson, 81, from Tampa, who developed an unusual itch on her belly that she couldn't explain. She had no rash, no allergy history, and had tried 3 different body washes. What doctors discovered was that Elaine, who had lost her appetite after her husband's passing, was showing early signs of protein energy malnutrition, a condition common in seniors who eat less but don't realize they're missing essential nutrients. With support from a nutritionist and some basic changes, like adding a daily boiled egg, a handful of almonds, and a senior-friendly multivitamin, Elaine's energy improved, and itching faded within a few weeks. The fix doesn't have to be expensive or complicated. Add more nutrient-dense foods to your meals, even in small portions. Think Greek yogurt, peanut butter toast, mixed berries, or a $10 a month multivitamin made for people over 50. Drink more water, and try to prepare simple meals instead of relying solely on canned or boxed options. If you suspect your digestion is sluggish or you're feeling more tired lately, ask your doctor to run a basic blood panel for nutrient levels. You might be surprised by what's missing. Now that we've explored the 4 itchy areas that could signal serious health concerns, we'd love to hear from you. What part of your body tends to itch most often? Leave a comment below and let us know. Your experience might help someone else realize they're not alone, and it could even be the first step toward better health. A little itch might seem harmless at first, but as you now know, it could be your body's early warning. Poor circulation in your legs, liver or kidney strain, chronic stress affecting your nerves, or hidden nutritional deficiencies. They can all start with something as subtle as an itch. And the truth is, these early whispers are often ignored until they turn into something far more serious and far more costly. But here's the good news, nothing we've discussed today means your fate is sealed. Each sign is a chance, an invitation to take small but powerful steps. You can walk a little more, eat a little better, talk to someone, hydrate, rest, and most importantly, you can listen to your body instead of brushing it off. Because prevention now could save you from thousands of dollars in medical bills, and more importantly, give you more years of independence, clarity, and peace of mind. Don't wait for the symptoms to get worse. Don't let fear hold you back. Your body is speaking to you. Are you ready to listen? If so, start today. Start small, but start.